to talk with you about making my book Locomotive, because making Locomotive embodied for me so much of what is great, exciting, challenging, difficult, and rewarding about making nonfiction. I thought this would be a good opening image for us. It was too appropriate for me. I wrote a manuscript, which I sent to my editor, Dick Jackson, and which he accepted, and I really thought I was on my way with the book I wanted to make, and that should have been my first warning sign, because that's really when the book got difficult. One of the great and challenging things about making nonfiction work is that your subject matter speaks back to you, and it asks you to learn things you didn't know when you were starting the book. It asks you to learn things you didn't think you were going to need to know, and it shows you things you didn't expect. And what I didn't expect when I started making this book was to fall in love with these smaller engines from about 150 years ago. I love the form of the big engines that I had started off sketching, but it's these small engines, I realized the more that I read, it really changed the country. They allowed you to go from one half of the country to the other in a week, whereas it used to take you 6 months to cross the country. Here was a machine that could take you across the country in a week. So they were transformative, and I became fascinated by what that transformation would have felt like, what it would have felt like to be a part of that. And now the scope of my book had changed terrifically. What I thought was going to be a very simple, short book about steam locomotives became a book about going into the West, so the amount I had to read expanded. I looked at a lot of fantastic pictures, some of which I found in books, some in libraries. These old pictures, you can fall into them, you can see and think about the people who ran these machines, you can admire their hood ornaments. And one of the really fantastic things about making nonfiction is when you find something that intrigues you and that enchants you, you get to put it in your book and hope that will enchant readers as well. I thought I would cap off all of my research by driving the transcontinental route. It's an amazing drive. You see the country change as you go west. It's rougher, rockier, sees wildlife. And all of these places that I had been reading about, now I got to see for myself in person. You know, all of this first-hand, second-hand stuff. There was just so much more feeling that and information that I was able to put in the book because I had made this trip.